Hmm.
Alright, let's just start then. At the end of last session, you have helped the common folk of the village of Farah. You have you have also seen the murder in cold blood of a young man as that was known as young Lord Nolanus, son of Vincent Garchuk, apparently a baron of this region. The assassin escaped. The bird that was on the water did not. And
Whoops.
you have tried to look for the assassin, but apparently they vanished in thin air. Not only that, when Mr. Gabriel brought the arrow that he promised you he would get with the healer, and when they prepared the body of young Master Nolanus, and he brought the arrow. He came to bring the arrow. He explained that the arrow had vanished in dust, ash. The description and the drawing show that the arrow looked like to be made quicker. Was the end. Now, as for the common folk have answered the questions you had and are fine with helping those who have helped them. As you rest and you receive this information from Mr. Gabriel, more and more people come to the inn. They are looking for food and a place to rest, safeguard, as the afternoon starts stretching itself. Plans. Do you guys have plans?
Hmm. Um. Okay. Um. I'm think. Okay. So just outside of character, I was thinking. Remember last time before we finished the session, we were busy talking about an interesting question about the arrow. So I don't know if if we should go find the guy that gave us the arrow and then ask him if it looks like the woods that have been coming to life.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Mr. Gabriel, he came to you, and he can
Mhm.
give you this information. What is the question exactly?
Does the wood from that arrow, by any chance, match the wood from the trees that have been coming to life in the woods?
He doesn't know. He hasn't been on the woods. The woods, they are a bit north of town. They are called Shrine Woods. He hasn't been to Shrine Woods, but it could well be. They were made of wicker, and now that somebody mentioned that, he he starts believing in this idea, and that's a problem when people are stressed out. And once you just ask this question, he didn't have a proper reply to that. He didn't know,
Yeah.
but once he started thinking about that, it started clicking on his head, and now he has a whole theory, and now he is going to spread that the wood matches, the wood of the arrow matches with the wood of the forest. And when somebody asks, he's going to say yes, and he's going to deliver that idea, and that idea becomes infectious. That's how a rumor starts. Doesn't necessarily have a base in reality. People just go for a rumor That's not
Me writing my notes. Zekrian is a trendsetter.
No,
Starting rumors.
that's just I am deconstructing, guys, some of this stuff that
Mm.
you see in different
Yeah.
different tables. Sometimes you go after information, and every single piece of information that you find there, it's either absolute truth or somebody's lying to you. There's no in between. There's never something, people are telling something they truly believe, but they are wrong. You never see that in many games. So I'm just making sure you guys understand, that the players understand
Yeah.
how rumors are born. This is amazing.
Yeah. Oops. Sorry, guys. All right. So otherwise, what do you guys think?
We
Perhaps
should probably go find like the what's someone call it? The like elder that we were supposed to meet with in the first place.
That's a good point.
You are supposed
Alda
to...
Baybrek.
Yes, Amy Babra.
That is the one that I saved, is it not?
It was the old lady that we saved, wasn't it?
Why do you use this word we? It was all me.
Shame, I nearly got washed away for this, okay? Oh, I nearly died trying to save that old lady.
You nearly died? Should have seen us.
Well, that aside, suppose we can go find the person that I saved.
Oh, I think it might not be a bad idea. Alright. I'm with Aurelian on that one.
Very
Let's
well.
do that.
You guys want to go find and meet Elder Babrak. Dave.
Oh wait, but also we did want to see. This is the thing. Okay. So this had become a murder case that we had to try and solve. Remember the whole procedural thing that we were going through last time. So we can either try and solve the murder, or we can go do that.
Maybe they're intertwined.
Yeah, this is what I'm hoping. Maybe
If
the old
anything,
lady
she
can
might have
help.
information that we could use.
Oi. Let's ask her. Maybe she could advise us on arrows that disappear.
Yes.
Right. So let's find this old lady.
Yeah, totally. Let's go.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's Uh-oh.
Rawr.
Hey, guys. Pause. I'm trying to concentrate here and think. Don't make dog sounds.
Hmm. Rawr. Okay.
I'm asking.
Can someone remind me what exactly we plan to do as the next step of our murder investigation, given that we've lost the assassin who we don't really know what she looks like, and we also have an ashen bow and arrow. Well, an ashen arrow.
Yeah, as Alyssa and I were saying, let's go find this old lady and ask her if she knows anything about disappearing arrows, magical disappearing arrows, or anything like that.
Very
The
well.
elder.
Or like, you know, any
as
information
leave
she has about the family.
As you
Right.
leave the tavern, and you go to the house of the family that was taking care of Lady Amy, you soon learn that together with many of the common people that were hurt, they were taken to Lady and Mrs. Amy's house. Usually they would be taken to a priest for care, but the priest was away in the flood. However, Mrs. Amy's house is one of the larger ones. It's not particularly rich, just spacious. She was taken there with a few other people. When you get there, there are some of the townsfolk are are there. They are carrying people that are hurt, and there are some people with bandages over them, and everybody is still horrible and drenched in mud, of course. There's still lots of water, but the current isn't strong. These houses will have to be abandoned eventually. In 1 or 2 days, people will leave these houses, but for now it's what they have, so they are trying to stay on the second floor of the houses that have 2 floors. But in this case, Mrs. Emmy's house is one of them, so people are going there. A few men are distributing sandwiches to some of their countrymen. Simple slabs of meat, amid hard bread, something simple. And they nod as you approach and get past them. You are even offered 1 sandwich each if you guys want. People recognize you as they recognize you as somebody that has helped. I mean,
For sure, I'll take a sandwich.
I never say no to a free meal.
it's not the best sandwiches you ever had. The bread is a bit soaked wet because it wasn't on water. Somebody put it on a sack, but the sack was a bit wet, so it was a hard bread. Yesterday's bread that was a bit wet, and the meat is roasted and a bit stale, but it's food.
Yummy.
Food is food.
Yeah, soggy bread and stale meat. That's basically the thing.
All we need now is some taters, and we got a full meal.
Yes, all you need now is just some rotten potatoes, and you're perfect. You have tainted river water, soaky bread, stale meat, and then rotten potatoes. That's perfect. All that you need is now just a purify food and drink spell. Oh, and Discord is acting up. Alright, let's.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yeah.
We'll have to
Great.
improvise for now.
Right.
You're improvising, but improvising we'll have to do for now. Just wait for colleague because Discord doesn't wanna play.
Do you still need my Discord stream?
You can screen share on Teams. I'm gonna make it work.
Wow. Diego, dedication, dude. I respect it.
Well, it's actually part of my job, streaming Checkpoint. Have you watched today's Checkpoint? I stream that. Gaming tournaments, I stream that. So.
We're calling via Teams now.
Are you?
Well, can you just join in the settled inner lens circle?
Did Aurelian get left behind?
Yeah. Justin did not get the notification call. I'm now in both calls at the same time. Yeah.
Justin,
connect
you was
now.
with us?
No.
Okay, I need somebody
Okay,
to screen share. You gonna do it?
Yeah. Let's see. That one. All right. Will that do?
All right.
I would offer, but then you'll see me taking notes too. So.
Alright, I'm gonna that will do. That way, please.
Perfect.
After some technical difficulties, we're back on track.
Yeah, this is unexpected, but nothing will stop us from playing.
Can't stop me now.
Having a good
Having such a
time.
good time. I'm having a ball.
Wow.
You guys are really well I want to say a nice word, but I don't I don't know a nice word to say.
Rarely pessimistic.
You guys are
Entertaining.
energetic.
There you go.
Let me entertain you. Okay, no, we're done here.
Oh boy.
Okay, let's continue. If possible.
Yes, we will as soon as I can get this working.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know you were still busy.
Yeah, trying to get the streaming stuff running. I'm assuming to stream the shared screen.
Let me get my auto-tune ready for the singing.
Installs auto-tune immediately.
Well, you can't adjust volume levels on Teams now, can you?
No, it's not
You
the
most
same.
certainly cannot.
Oh, that sucks.
And
Who is the loudest
finally,
one?
I got it working. So
Yes, right.
we won't have music for now, but like Discord, if Discord have a problem for now, so let's not dwell on that. So let me ask something. Guys, why are you still streaming in Discord?
Just in case.
Just in case. Okay.
Plus, I can still hear Coco's music when I'm in here.
Yes, in fact. In fact.
Actually, yeah.
That is excellent.
But just make sure to mute yourself if you join, because otherwise you will double broadcast.
Yeah.
That is a very fair point. And when I am going to need music later, but then I will just go to watch together and it will have the same effect.
Yeah.
Alright, let's continue. As you reach out, as you go and take a bite of the sandwich that is stale and not exactly delicious, the meat is a bit weird because it's not exactly fresh, but the salt can and mask the flavor a bit. And the people are in utter misery there, but they are doing the best they can to treat the wounded, and few healers are acting as a few of the countrymen. They are acting as healers. And Spookner, if it's not good to eat, then all these people are having a terrible. They're having terrible problems for the next days because they are eating, and if it's not exactly good, it's a bit stale.
Okay.
And it smells weird. That's for certain. It certainly smells weird. The taste isn't great either, but it's nourishment. So
I still stuff my face with it.
yeah. You see, Your thinner tastes, but especially for meats, they are more sophisticated. Not that thinner can't eat any kind of meat. They are primarily carnivorous actually. They can eat plant matter, but they are primarily meat eaters. But you have a more sensitive taste for a little bad meat. So that's something that is a bit more disgusting to you. It's not no it's not too bad, as in it's going to give you you problems, but it's almost there.
Yeah. Noted.
It's not going to last for tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah. Still stuff
And
my face with it.
okay, you still stuff your face with the stale sandwich. And
Yeah.
as I said, a few of the common folk, they are acting as healers there, and as they are going one person to another, a teenager girl, very young teenager, a little more than a child, reddish hair. She notices you entering, and most of the common folk they let you pass. You are looking a bit better, but since you have waded in water and mud to come to here, you basically look like any of the other refugees. She points to another woman that looks at you guys, and she approaches. She is almost middle aged, human, fair skin, very dark, very dark hair. Uh, brown reddish eyes, but very pale skin. She's dressed in simple clothing, and she wears a white, not a gown, but a white apron on top, a healer's apron on top of it. And she approaches at the entrance, and she gestures for you guys to stay at the entrance. And as some of the common folk are trying to wash some water out of the house with big mops, and they're working to wash some stuff away. Please don't come inside. You are dirty, and we are trying to keep this place safe for those who need it.
Right then, Lissa. You want to take this one? You're the friendly one.
I can hear you. That's fine. And the woman blinks when she looks at Zekiri.
No, don't look at me. I'm just gonna like slowly step back and just like push Lissa forward. Like, right, you're the friendly one here. They like you.
So
It's absurd. I know who you are. You are the common and have saved the life of Elder Baybrick. Why are you acting so strange? And apparently somebody realized that people are acting strange here. Would have guessed.
So like yeah, we like don't want to like upset your like operation here, and like we totally get that you want to keep it clean. We were just hoping to speak with the elder if they are in a condition to like do so, and we just want to ask some questions and gather some information because like you live here, like weird things are happening, and we just really want to help.
Yes, but he will not speak with El. She hit pretty hard and she needs rest. Any information that you need, you just speak with Rick today.
Is there someone we can speak of who would be of like similar rank or have like similar information that you would be privy to about the town and its people? Like maybe you?
Idala, please handle. The young one nods, and she. Of course, Mrs. Freeman. So, and the woman goes outside with you. She points you guys to outside, not in the middle of the mud, but on the porch of the house, where you can see some of the common folk eating their sandwiches and talking, and some of them trying to fix a door of a house on the other side of the street. Of course, the street is a meter underwater, so. And she's observing that. She stops and looks at you all, waiting, see what you guys need, and I'll help.
Right. Well, we were sent here ages ago from my side of town to come assist the elder. Apparently, you know anything about that?
Assist business.
Oh, some strange going on. Trees coming to life, so on and so forth, you know?
Everybody in here
Right. So, is there a reason we were sent to the elder specifically? Does she have anything for us? Let's put it this way. Right. So, the trees are going a bit haywire. We understand that. But, is there anything else we need to know about the situation around here?
I don't know why somebody sent you. Wouldn't. No, I am but a simple healer.
Right.
It's likely perhaps the elder or one of the devout servants has reached to.
Right.
You just remember the name who sent you here?
Oh, I do not.
Oh man, in that case it's a bit hard to understand why somebody would send you.
Aurelian, you know names. You've got proper memory and all that, right?
Why do you bring me into this?
You're the one with proper memory here, right?
Well, we are working for Kane Wintergrass.
Right, that's the one. Aye.
And the one puts a finger on her mouth. The local noble also. Devout servants must have sent to ask for help. See, it's something that. She's concerned with lots of things right now on her plate. And from time to time, please understand that from time to time when you guys are talking, somebody comes to you and to her and asks Spira for something, and she either points to another of the common folk that are helping wounded, or she goes inside and stays there for a few minutes before coming back. So please understand that this conversation has lots of breaking points because she's really busy right now.
Yeah.
But she basically explains during this conversation, she reveals that if you guys explain why you are here, by assuming that you explain the rumors or the cause. So
Wait. I got this.
Okay.
Oh god.
All right.
We were sent here on a carriage working for Constable Kane Wintergrass. We have come here to seek Elder Baybrick. Obviously, we did not get to speak to her very quickly because of the flood. But she has told us that here in the Kingdom of Dantel, we can meet the Elder, who is a member of the Devout Servants, and that we are to assist with investigating speakings of ghosts, apparitions, and apparently the trees themselves what even die and become living flaming ghosts.
Yes, yes, that. And as you talk, she picks a pipe actually. That's something that Zeke most likely understand. And Zeke, you can see that she has an exquisite pipe actually. It's very well. The handle is very well crafted, and there's some inlay of gold on the border, and it's meant to last. It's really meant to last.
I like that.
She has some basic smoke. That's smoking. For people probably haven't researched that being smoking next to people who are wounded is probably not very bad, so they haven't reached that level of medicine yet.
I see.
But she was smoking outside, not inside, so much better. And as she takes a bit of the pipe, she explains what she knows. It's not something that you would need to ask the elder, actually, because everybody around town knows this rumor and this idea. The monastery, there's a monastery of the devout servants, and this monastery is north upriver. It's not connected to the village. The monastery is on holy ground, and the village is on this part. It's on this part of the river that was a bit wider, and it was a better place for fishing and for commerce. But they live on the land that technically belong to the devout servants, the monastery and church. So they are the lords of the town, so to speak.
I see.
And they live on the monastery is located up north on this shrine woods, and a few woodsmen a few months back started reporting strange sightings, whispers in the woods are dangerous. There are monsters out there. Everybody knows that. And after the planar tide, strange things sometimes walk the lands of man. So you need monster hunters and people to deal with them. Things that didn't exist before. But something larger apparently happened, and some sort of creature or apparition or planar incursion apparently happened because people started disappearing. At first, some woodsmen were never seen again, or a hunter that came here from every month who didn't show, and a few teenagers disappeared. Some people say these teenagers were taken by creatures of the forest. Some say they were actually, the two of them are actually in love and their families didn't like it and they just fled to another village and used that as an excuse. And there's different stories. But then there was the stories about ghosts and the flaming trees and the trees coming to life and attacking people. Or appearing on their dreams as well, haunting their dreams. There was even a story of a crazy-eyed old ex-raider, a Tuomi ex-raider that sometimes comes to trading furs, and the crazy primitive, he said that the whole forest blazed in fire in front of his eyes, and the trees started moving. And then he woke up and he was still seeing the ghostly fires around. There's a lot of room. But then there's also the more immediate problem that is a large part, the Shrine Woods was probably hit very hard by the flood as well. So the devout servants and the monastery probably also suffered. And they were peaceful monks. They are a religious sect. They are not a holy order nor anything. And they probably suffer a lot as well. She also likely points that if such a thing really exists, she highly doubts that that's not related.
Right. And then when it comes to Vincent, right, still a good name. Who would want to hurt him? Do you know anyone who'd want to hurt Vincent in any way?
Bard Vincent.
Hmm?
Bard Vincent.
Right. Right. It is Lord Vincent, right?
Well, there's your answer.
Oh. So was he just not good at what he did? Was he not a good lord?
I say he was good as any other nobleman that I have seen, which means lots of folk wouldn't like him because of taxes, and a lot of people would tax collectors. Tax collecting
Right.
is, after all, a very dangerous job that not many are well suited to that. But
Fair.
not a few not like him, but to shoot young Master Nolas in the back.
Exactly.
I don't think any of the neighbors here would do that. There are talks. Talk to ask Alexis. Ask my husband, Alexis. He is certainly better at tavern talking than. He will tell you. There are some stories about some crime lords and smuggling ring operating here and evading taxes and something to do with Lord Vincent. It's just that this is. I wouldn't give two shits, to be completely honest with you. Two shits about happens in rivalry between nobleman and his tax collectors, bandits that sometimes steal from a merchant, but I've never seen something like this. And more importantly, looks around, and then she approaches you when she makes sure that nobody's really paying attention, because she doesn't want to scare people. And she approaches, and I've never seen a name such as it became in my.
Really?
Didn't Gabriel tell you? I sent Gabriel to tell you.
But now I wanted to ask, while you had it in your hands, right? The wood. I heard it was wicker, but was it the kind of wicker you'd find in the trees from the forest? Would you know?
She ponders for a moment.
Did you recognize the wood?
Oh, it's dark wicker. I am exactly a wicker specialist. I wouldn't call myself a wicker specialist. Would any of you call yourself wicker specialists?
Well, I know a thing or two about wood. I know trees, all right?
Can Aurelian try and get a sense of how honest this woman is?
How honest? Let me see. She doesn't appear to be malicious. She appears to be stressed, and her the edge of attitude that she's giving you guys appears to be just out of stress, just a way to deal with stress.
Okay. Right then. Well.
Just one question. You say that this arrow, it turned to dust in your hands. But when Gabriel came to us, he said it turned to dust in his hands. Did it become dust and then an arrow again and then dust again, or how did this work?
She blinks Looking at the greatest look of disbelief in her face. She looks at you guys and takes a puff of her pipe, and she says, "Really? Look!" And she starts messing on a pouch of her apron, and picks up a pinch of dust and puts on her hand, and she extends it. She extends her hand to Aurelian. Look at this.
All right. Can I check that out? I'd like to just see if I can investigate the dust. See if I can see anything that stands out about it or feels weird about it.
You want to see if there is something weird that stands out about in this pinch of dust on my hand?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's right here.
Right. But is there anything is it just like gray dust? There's nothing special about it. It's not like got a glitter to it or anything weird. It's just dust.
Are you asking out of character? Are you asking?
Yes. Out of character.
It's not dust. Appears to be soot ash.
Okay.
Appears to be ash and grayish. By the looks of it, it's quite normal. And I mean, as normal as dust that was an arrow is, but the dust appears.
Yeah. Right.
Try to say something, MJ.
Ba ba ba.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Ba-ba-ba-da-ba-ba.
Right.
Just making
Looks
sure.
like just burnt
Please
wood.
continue.
Yes, of course. It didn't burn.
So, right.
I took the arrow out of the wound. I was inspecting it. I was about to give the arrow. I was about to give the arrow to Gabriel for him to hold it. And then the arrow simply became nothing, as if it was burning. I managed to get these 2 pinches of it on my hand, and the rest fell on the ground on the water.
Can Aurelian sense anything magical about the dust, as if there was a magical effect that made the arrow happen to turn to dust?
Detect. Oh God, I wish I had detect magic.
Are you using something to that? Are you using detect magic?
I mean, I don't have detect magic, but would like asking out of character now, because you said we shouldn't ask for checks, but technically what I'm asking is if I can look sort of toward an Arcana check for it.
Don't ask. First, Arcana check wouldn't give you the ability to just detect the magic, just for starters. But no, you don't see anything obviously magical about it. At this instant, of course there's something magical with an arrow turned to dust on her hand. That's for sure. But you don't see anything magical right now on it.
All right. Well, then I'm gonna just dig around in my thing, and then I like pull out my thing, and I dig around, and right, this one, right? If you take this one and a little bit of this, right, put it in your pipe. Trust me. Do you world of wonders? Now, where will we find your husband?
At the tavern.
And the old and right. Well then, team, I think we need to go find some people, don't you think?
Well,
Or do you
just like
anything else?
before we leave you to like go chat to your husband, who I'm sure is fantastic, I just wanted to know if you know anything about a individual called Ilana. She's like a local Hansa.
She appears to react when you say the name, and she appears to react, and yes.
Nothing, morbid curiosity. Just wanted to know, like, cool person to avoid, you know, like helpful, not helpful.
Look,
You get the
look, lady. I'm sorry if I sound intrusive, and perhaps I might even sound like I am fighting you. You just got here. You tell me that you were sent by the of the land to help, and you arrived right as this flood was happening. Then you were asking about her and just asking, you know, about people to avoid. What are you implying? I'm not
Totally
stupid. I just
not
look
implying.
like it.
Firstly, like, I absolutely do not think you're stupid. You
Aurelian
are,
whispers under his voice. This one has the favorite words.
you are a strong, capable woman doing an intense job right now, and I totally respect that. Her name was just dropped in like a conversation with someone else, and I just wanted to get a little more information on her because we haven't been able to find her. It just kind of seems like she like took awful. Maybe she was injured during the flood, but like one of her friends was looking for her, and yeah, just but like you said, we sent here to help. Have we proved at any time that we were not here with the intention to help? Totally don't want to step on toes. Totally here for you and your people.
And she looks distant. I hope nothing bad happened to Eliana. Of course I know her. And I haven't seen her since seen lots of people yet.
So she was like a friend of yours as well.
It's just I'm sorry. I just sound rude. It's just
No, you under a lot of stress. Don't even worry about it. Like, we're outsiders in this, and this has happened to you way more than it's happened to us. You know, you're allowed to feel your feelings.
Although this will help with the stress.
she nods.
Just saying.
And basically, with some more talk, she relays that she knows Eliana, and she confirms that she's a trapper, but she's a kind person, and she has her heart on the right place, and she is afraid that something might have happened to her, but she is also afraid that something might have happened to a lot of people around town.
But the general
She
feeling
doesn't
that I get
know-
from her,
She doesn't know everybody in town. She knows everybody in town. She isn't particularly close to everybody in town, but she knows. And also, her profession is a healer. So she caring about people is part of what she does. She's concerned to lots of townsfolk. And one thing she says is, I am not looking tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, start counting the bodies. And that's something that is the sentiment around that they are still getting the wounded, and there's a lot of that, a lot of dead people. The ones that drowned, the ones that were were washed away, the ones that were drowned, and the ones that were under houses that collapsed. There's a lot of death, and friends and family might be among the dead ones. And in this case, it might even be the case with Diana.
but the general feeling that I got from her from that interaction is that Eliana is definitely a friend of hers, and that she's showing particular concern for her.
Yes, apparently, she at least knows Liana, and if not close, at least she knows her, because she says the girl has her heart in her heart in the right place.
Okay. See.
Why would Liliana shoot you free from there?
Yeah, see, I'm busy thinking now. Is it worth asking? Like, but why does she have any beef with Vincent? What do you think, guys? Or are we just going to end up causing more damage than good here?
We can't
I mean,
discuss that.
do you know anyone named Ileana who has beef with you?
I mean, sorry. Who has a beef with Vincent? Pyrrha.
Yeah, we can check. But I'm worried I start another rumor. That's why I'm asking the group before I do anything.
Pyrrha?
If you ask the group, you're asking in front of
Where
her.
did you guys take that? Where did you guys take that Pyrrha, the village healer that is married to the village tavern owner, has a problem with Lord Vincent? Of course, she might not like Lord Vincent because he's bored and he asks taxes, but that's more of a professional not liking somebody,
Yeah.
not shooting a kid in the back. Not
Yeah, I
liking.
was gonna say this is personal. All right,
Oh wait, that's
right.
that's
This
not the
looks
same.
rather personal.
I mean, this is it's a step forward, guys. It's a different not liking. I mean, for example, I don't like my neighbor because he listens to music too loud. Would I run him over with my car? No.
Shoot his son in the heart? No.
This is absurd.
Okay.
Well, but in any case, she makes it clear that you guys probably shouldn't see Lady Baybrick today because she's hurt, and then it's not good for her health, and it will be way too strong.
No, I understand. Right, no, we completely understand. Right. Well then in that case, once again, here, take if you do need anything to smoke, and I do like that pipe. You gotta tell me where you got it. But we can deal with that when you got time.
She looks at the pipe, blushes a little. She's very, very pale, like I told you guys before. She's very, very pale. She blushes just a little, and smiles shyly before excusing herself and heading back in again. You
Right.
guys received this much information, so apparently it's true. It's heading north to this shrine wood in the direction of the temple. This monastery apparently is
Yeah.
this haunted wood. What else you guys want to do?
Right. I'm thinking we should probably try and find these religious men that we were told about. The holy men.
Servants?
Right. What do you guys think?
But my clothes just dried up.
Do you want me to try and dry you with fire?
No, I think I'm good here. No, let's just go find the people.
Right. What do you think?
Like, I
No one
mean,
else?
are they like in town or are they like out of town?
They're going to be north through the forest.
So, like, are we gonna hit up this lady's husband first before we leave town?
Sorry?
Play just for a moment. This is something that your characters can know very quickly, just asking a few questions around, nothing very important. It's like public information. So the devout servants, they live on the monastery up north. Of course, they technically rule the land, but there are noblemen that handle this sort of stuff, and the noblemen pay them taxes. They get taxes, and everybody. I mean, it's like a bishop owning a land and then having other nobles under him. Amy, the elderman Amy, lived in town, and she is a member of the devout servants. And she lived in town, and she acted as a sort of elderman. Function similar to a mayor, so to speak. Handling civic stuff. and not dealing with taxes and such civic stuff. Problems with the town and the townsfolk have to deal with. There's a scatter other few members of the devout servants, lay priests mostly, and technically the militia. Technically, the militia is paid by the servants, of course. Of course, the militia are also common people, and some of them were washed away with the flood, some of them are dead, and most of them are taking care of their families. Another important member of the devout servants was an actual priest that was washed away by the flood. The priest of the tabernacle of Air.
Every time again we get back to this priest that has been washed away.
like we split into two groups, and we were so determined. Like the kid, the lady, and then all the people, and then this poor old dude that was important floating away. And we all just like, it's fine. It can't be that.
I mean,
important.
it's not like MJ and I could have saved it.
Nobody help him. You guys are jerks. You haven't helped.
After all his
He couldn't
years of
defend
washing,
himself.
after all his years of washing away sins, he was washed away himself.
Oh, this was horrible. Oh no. In any case,
After all those baptisms,
you
they
guys
came back
got
from.
this information. So, what other piece of information would you like now?
Where's
so
the
now
hunter that killed the kid? No.
You
Now look
guys have absolutely no idea. Apparently vanished in thin air.
Look, we now know we have a contact point for the monastery in town. Look, again, it might be a little bit difficult, but it might be worth trying to find the contact point and asking her if she can help us either communicate directly with the monks, or help us get some know where we're going. Direction, that's the one. Give us some direction.
With the rest of the devout servants, with the monks, is basically just heading to the woods and traveling there and going to the monastery to talk to them. It would usually be very easy if it wasn't for the fact that this region was hit by this flood. But it's still a matter of going there. The healer Pyrrha, she is even concerned that the monastery might have been hit very badly by the flood. She's honestly concerned about them, but there are two concerns: concern of what might be in there, and a concern of what is exactly here. And right now, she's concerned with what is here. There's also another thing. Of course, she also pointed you guys to get details and stories with Alexis, but you just came from there. You were, and actually the man has shared stories with you. For example, he told you guys that Isabel doesn't have a kid, for example.
Okay.
Or is he the same? Is he one and the same as
He's the one who runs the Cleanly Fox.
Yes, and this is this chick's husband.
That's
we've actually
Ileana's
spoken
husband.
to.
Yes, we have
What?
spoken, and he's the tavern owner. The man with the.
His wife is the bow murderer.
The healer is the bow murderer?
What?
Wow. Okay, that's not impossible. I just want to know what created the connection.
It's a good question.
That my dagger is already in her chest. No.
No, we're not killing people yet.
In the immortal
Yet.
words of the somewhat seeing cat from Adventure Time, I have approximate knowledge of many things.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, you'll have a class feature for that actually. You'll get half your proficiency bonus to whatever skills that you were not proficient. So yes, you have approximate knowledge about lots of stuff.